Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to another YouTube video today. I do apologize for the fact that I didn't get a video out last week. I had planned to, plan didn't go to plan, and then I got slammed with work as well. So with all those things combined, nothing really worked out for me. So the video for last week is going to be today, and I'll get you a video I should be able to get you a video this weekend as well. Anyway, let's get into the video. Alright, so for today's topic, we're talking about how ways that you can save time in the gym. So for those who, maybe don't have a lot of time with work and social life and everything, they maybe think you can't get enough time you can't find enough time to go to the gym. Or maybe you might have, maybe normally like myself, you can go pretty much whenever and have plenty of time for the gym. But every now and then work might come up or something and you just can't. It's a bit harder to find time. That's what this video is about, just methods of training. I'm gonna tell you a few methods and give you a demonstration of what they can look like so that you can save yourself some time in the gym. Or if you want to start the gym, your gym journey, but you don't have time for it, a few more methods you can do to bring like a 2-hour session down to like an hour, including the driving time. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so the first method, what's probably the most important way to save time in the gym, is your exercise selection. So it's kind of hard for me to explain without showing you, so I'm actually going to get a drawing up and give an example of what my session normally looks like, and then how I can shorten it to save time.
Alright, so this is what my chest and back day looks like normally. So it starts with pull-ups, incline dumbbell, chest press, shoulder shrugs, pec deck, wide grip rows, and flat bench. This is what it's currently looking like. It's good to change it up every now and then. Sometimes I do other stuff, but generally quite similar. Now, if we're running low on time, what we would do is you would select the exercises that are most beneficial and remove the ones that aren't as beneficial. So for me personally, because I'm trying to build an aesthetic physique, we're keeping the pull-ups because that's good to make your back look wider. We're keeping the incline dumbbell chest press because that's good to build the upper chest, and upper chest is more important for everything else. Now, as much as my upper traps are kind of lacking behind, that's why I've got shoulder shrugs in. We could remove them. It saves us about 10 minutes. And the reason why we can remove them is because we've got the wide grip row. We'll also train the traps and rhomboids, while the shoulder shrugs kind of puts more focus on just the traps, and less focus on the rhomboids or the upper back muscles. So the wide grip's the better upper back exercise. Pec deck, and realistically for the chest, you can keep the pec deck or flat bench. I personally think the pec deck's a better exercise for hitting the middle section of the chest. It kind of just hits the whole chest, while the flat bench only hits the middle. So once again, we'd remove flat bench, and then we've removed 2 exercises, which saved us about 20 minutes. Because you only realistically need 1 to 3 exercises per muscle group, per exercise, or per session. So one session, you can realistically, you can get away with, 4 exercises, 40 minutes, instead of having 6. I prefer having 6, but yeah, if I'm short on time, that's normally those would be the 2 I'd probably remove.
Alright, so the first actual method of training you can do in the gym to save time is called supersets. And the idea behind supersets is doing 2 exercises in 1 set. So here's an example of what it looks like. So as you can see there, in the video I did pull-ups into push-ups for 1 set, but obviously you do not cross the whole 3 or 4 sets, how many sets you're doing. And so instead of doing, pull-ups, 1 set rest, 1 set rest, 1 set rest, pull-ups, and then doing push-ups, you do pull-ups, push-ups, rest, pull-ups, push-ups, rest. Now, ideally, when you want to do it with the opposite muscle groups, as you saw me do, so, chest and back of the opposite muscle group, so pull-ups, push-ups, great, is a great example. But doing the same muscle groups is also fine. So another common form of superset where people just do to burn out their legs is regular squats and the sissy squats. I don't have footage of that, but that really burns out your quads, and that's another great exercise. So there is a lot of good benefit. Personally, it's my least favorite way, just because, especially if is that a bug? I don't know. Especially if the gym is busy, it can be hard to do, and sometimes you might be using 2 machines, so you don't want to be, that guy that's causing, you're hogging the machines. And personally, that's why I don't like it. And 2, the other reason is your body needs time to recover. So if you go straight into another exercise, your body's not getting the right amount of recovery time it needs to allow you to perform. Alright, so the second method of training to save time is one of my personal favorites in the gym, and that is, you've probably seen it in me kind of explain and talk about it in my 75 hard challenge. But basically what that is doing 21 reps in 1 set. So it's essentially one big set, but instead of doing 21 full range of motion sets, it's essentially 14 half reps and then 7 full range of motion. So what you would do is 7 reps in the top half of the range, 7 reps in the bottom half of the range, and then 7 full range of motion. And that looks something like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you saw there, I did incline push-ups, 21 reps, 1 set. So normally when you're doing 21s, the reason why it works well for saving time is because it's one massive set. It's kind of essentially like 2 sets in one. So essentially, instead of doing 3 or 4 regular sets, you would just do 1 or 2 sets of 21s, and that would kind of be the whole exercise. Now, the only issues I have with 21s is that if you're unfamiliar with doing 21s, or at least with a specific exercise, mainly with weights. So if you're doing free weights, for example, it can be kind of tricky to figure out the exact weight you should select for the exercise, due to the fact that you're doing more reps, so you kind of want to go a little lighter than what you used to. But in saying that, you also want to still train yourself, so you want to still stay at like a relatively challenging weight. But if it's too challenging, you don't want to stop, because it's one big set, right? So you don't want to stop in between to drop the weight. You want to go 7 reps with that weight at the top of the range. Keep that same weight at the bottom of the range, and then do the same weight for the full range of motion. It's quite fatiguing, so you don't want to make the weight too heavy, because obviously you're doing 21 reps. So it's like it's hard to find the right weight, but it's quite a good way to save time and still get a good challenge on yourself. It's just there's a good chance I do find sometimes when I do it that I don't challenge myself hard enough, or sometimes I challenge myself too hard and ruin it kind of. Alright, so the next method of training to save time in the gym is kind of like the Mike Menson method. If you don't know who he is, he's a big bodybuilder back in the day of Arnold, but he trained the complete opposite. He was really short in the gym, and he was massive. he probably was on steroids. You know, everyone back in those days was on steroids, and even to this day, a lot of the big competitors like Chris Bumstead and all that, they're all on, you know, gear, or, you know, trend test, whatever. But anyway, so essentially, doing two sets instead of 3 or 4, it's a great way to save time in the gym. And there's 2 ways to go about that to have a successful gym sesh. The first way being the way you see me do it in the video.
This scene is in 4x speed. Skip to 1053 if you want.
So you can see in the video I did 2 difficult sets. I just did 2 difficult sets of pec deck. Or the other way, what's a bit more like the Mike Mentor method, is 1 really difficult set, more difficult than you would normally do because, you know, you're fresh and everything. But you would still want to do at least 1 warm-up set with like lighter weight still, so that you lower the chance of injury and stuff. But yeah, so that is another good way of building muscle, just doing 2 normal sets to at higher intensities, or 1 normal set, 1 light easy set to warm up with, and then 1 really difficult set. And ways you can go about it, if you go about with the warm up and really difficult set, the way you can really make it more difficult is more reps, more weight, and more time on the tension. If you don't know what time on the tension is, it's essentially just the longer you are per rep. So, you know, you'd go up slower, hold the weight at the top of the movement, or at the hardest part of the movement, what should I say, and then come back down slowly and then explode back up. So you don't want to pause in the easy part. And then, yeah, that's really it. That's the last method of training fast in the gym that at least I know of, is called MYO sets. What's similar to 21s, it's like 1 big set. So you would select a weight that is too difficult to you to do for reps, or at least multiple reps in the higher rep ranges, and the goal is to do that in your high rep range. But to get there, you have to add, it's because it's too difficult, you have to add in pauses. So here's an example of what that looks like. So yeah, as you saw there, I did 65 kilos each side for 12. What normally I can barely get 60 for 12, but by having those 2 breaks in between, it allowed me to get a heavier weight for more reps and lighter weight. So the way you do set up MYOs is you would select the weight that you know is challenging to get for your normal rep range, and you would also set a goal of, you know, let's say the top of your rep range, and then you want to stop the set like roughly 1 to 3 reps before failure, and then give yourself a 15 to 13 second break, and that's how you complete MYO sets. The Naruto shirt came in the mail today. You saw it earlier, just like the hair, but yeah, got Kakashi. It's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully it helped to, you know, help you guys understand ways you can save time in the gym. So for those that want to start a gym journey but can't think they can't find the time for it, now you can try these methods and maybe they help. Or, you know, if you, like I said earlier, if you're like me, you have plenty of time, but sometimes you have those days where you're a bit busier and it's a bit harder to fit it in. There's some methods for you to make it easier. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys next week.